The secret side of me, I never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me, the beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching on the walls, in the closet, in the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed, in my body, in my head. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it end. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. It's hiding in the dark, its teeth are razor sharp. There's no escape for me, it wants my soul, it wants my heart. No one can hear me scream, maybe it's just a dream. Maybe it's inside of me. Stop this monster. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I'm gonna lose control, it's something radical. I must confess that I feel like a monster.
White flag waves. Come on, Dino, bring it home. Dino can hear him yelling. He sees the checkered flag waving. He gets it done.
Works his way off turn number 4. Down here across the stripe. Jack hit. Will get your win.
Clevenger wins at the Lanier National Speedway. Checkered flag wave. Give it to Putt Putt.
Final lap. Here we go. Drag race down the backstretch. Who's it going to be? They're so tight coming here off the lead. And it's going to be, holy crap, it's going to be Chris Thompson. Dean Reynolds down here through 3 and 4. Coming up off, looking good and clean. He will get the win here at Vernonville. Patrick Spangler working off of 4. He will get your win here tonight at Lanier. That 280 and Jeff Sharp trying to close in on the 72.
Get there, checkered flag wave. William Watson holds on.
Yo, 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 tune in, don't miss Shaggy TV, hit him with the twist. Gang on deck, let's pick up the pace. Remote in hand, it's a cartoon race. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Flip the channel, hit the screen. Velma's got the clues, keep it clean. Fred in the whip, Daphne looking mean. Shaggy on the snacks, munching every scene. Zoinks, got ghosts in the room. Monsters lurk, smell the cartoon fumes. Fog thicker than my uncle's perfume. Solve it quick, then straight to the tune. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Spooky vibes with the laugh on top. Masked villains, every case non-stop. Trapdoor falls, but the plan don't flop. Cue the laugh track, tick tock, tick tock.
We are live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network in Pennsylvania from the Port Royal Speedway. I'm Zach Chapman, a.k.a. Shaggy, here with Shaggy TV. And as I've been lucky to have him so far this season, Connor Ross alongside of me. Connor, how we feeling, brother? Port Royal, Pennsylvania. We're at the big half mile. You ready?
I'm feeling great, man. I've been here once in real life, never raced, just here as a spectator, and this is on the top 3 facilities I've ever been to, from the tunnel down through the infield, the pits, just Everything's top notch here. This is not this is in your backyard, isn't this, Zach? This is close to home for you, right?
Well, this
From
is
my way
out of
off.
the ones on iRacing. This is like, I mean, it's not terrible. It's like an hour and 20. You know,
Okay, not
so I
too
mean,
bad.
it's
I know
not terrible.
Lincoln's more your neck of the woods.
Yeah, Lincoln and Williams Grove.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sandwiched in between them, in opposite directions. So yeah, not too bad. Much closer to those, but it definitely it's unbelievable that you're from Canada. You've been here. I haven't. You think I would have been here by now, but I've never made the trip up. I like driving in cars. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not a big go by myself guy, and I've never really gotten anyone to tag along with me up here.
Well, next time I come down, I'll have to drive out of my way and get you, but we'll head on down to Port Royal sometime.
Well, I think if you and Pops were here, I could make the exception. I would drive up for sure. But right now, okay, we did just get that 25th car I saw. We are going to run a B main tonight. Right now, only one guy going home. There will indeed be a B main. And, I could have said what we're driving here, but everybody should know by now that we're in the Gears Unlimited 358 modifieds here. Now, Monday night, all open setup in the Coast to Coast Racing League. So this is a kind of run what you brung type thing here. But obviously, you can make some adjustments throughout the night. But, Connor, what do they always say? I mean, if your car feels good right now, it's probably not going to feel too good in the feature. You always got to be kind of, playing ahead, playing for when the track's going to slick off.
No, yeah, for sure. The good guys will keep on top of it. That's where they're good. They know what they need for the feature and qualifying, but it's where some guys just don't have the experience from heat racing and hot laps, where it's pretty tacky. When it comes feature time, especially later in the race, it's really slicked off, and that's kind of what I always tell myself is I'd rather be good the last 10 laps than the first 10 laps, because the first 10 laps you can't win anything. At least if you're good in the last 10 laps, you have a chance to win. Yeah,
no, you're exactly right. But it is like kind of you were saying, you don't want to be too far off of it there in the beginning, because you don't want to lose so much that, you can't pick it back up. But as long as you're close enough to keep that leader in the sights there and the car starts feeling good at the end, you're in good shape. Let's see who pulls out on the racetrack first for your Gears Unlimited 358 modified qualifying. It is Scotty Rayome. I'm terrible with names, but I wonder if we got the two little ones at home watching this one as well. They brought good luck to Scotty. I think that was maybe Thursday night. I don't think it was Monday night, but
it was Thursday.
Yeah, there we go. But either way, he's hoping his good luck charms are there watching again, as he's rolling into 3 off of 4. My homie gonna try to set the bar. Let's see what Scott Rayome does here. P2 lap number 1 with a 19.457 is B-Temp. Brandon Templeton parks the 31 machine on the top with a 19.245, and as we see more guys clicking in laps, this isn't necessarily a track. Well, there you go. Brandon Templeton, purple sector 2, 19.190, and I eat my words. I was going to say this isn't necessarily a track where you always improve that second lap like we see at some other places, but Grandy does as well. He parks at P2. Connor Ross, P9 for right now. Dino comes across the stripe, P5. Molyneux, P4. Let's see what Billy Roberts has. He's got 1 lap in the books. As the 99 rolls it through 3, off of 4. Final time for the 099. Billy Roberts quicker through sector 2. It's enough to only move him up 1 spot. P17 as Mike Brewer crosses the line for the final time, up to P6. The 390 putting himself in a qualifying invert spot. Clay Christopherson, Brett Weslowski. 2 drivers who have not put in a qualifying time. And, well, it's that time to take a look at the starting lineup for heat race number 1. And I'll tell you what, I don't know what he ate for breakfast this morning, but congratulations, the 035 of Connor Ross. He's going to start on the pole. To his outside, the 015 of the Missile, Mike Stryker. Row 2 to the inside, the 883 of Bud Molyneux. To the top shelf, the 31 of B-Temp, Brandon Templeton. Row 3 to the inside, the 007 of the Sam Akonda, Sam Bachman. To the top shelf, the 32 of the Magic Ant-Man, Anthony Morano. Row 4 to the inside, the 027 of Ryan Elsie. To the top shelf, the 210 of Barry Wallace. And rounding out the field here for heat race number 1, the 25 of Brett Kozlowski. I normally go from bottom to top, but
I thought you switched it up.
yeah, and I'm going to explain why. So, I carried over my habit into real life, right? At McGrubbet, I would always go bottom to top because that's just the way I go. And, well, you know how you were kind of talking with me, Connor, about how your dad and his buddy, they don't really have a lot of time after they read the grid. Well, it's kind of the same thing here. And the cameraman said that with the way they roll on the track coming off the middle of the backstretch, he can't find the guys in the bottom when I start to read them. And the camera, has just kind of got nothing to pan at. So I'm going to try to go from front to back here, too, on the sim.
Break
so I
your
kind
habit.
of, break my habit because I almost did it in the first couple of heat races. It's like so beaten into me that I got to kind of change this thing up.
No, for sure. I understand that.
The Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off. We take a look to that Pennsylvania sky. The green flag is high. We're about to watch the dirt fly. 8 laps to let them play here. Heat race number 1 is underway. Connor with a good run there through 1 and 2 on the bottom, but we are 3 wide for third. 31, 883, and Sam Bachman on the bottom trying to make it work. Contact in the back between Wallace and Kozlowski. They keep it straight, but the 3 wide. Oh, boy. Here comes Anthony Morano shopping on the inside, moving himself up into the 4th and final transfer, but only for a moment. B-Temp, he's running the outside wall. Contact between him and Bud Molyneux. Sam Bachman now working for the lead here at the Port Royal Speedway. 2 laps in the books. Him and Connor Ross make some contact. Connor up over the left rear. Now left front broken for the 035. That's going to be it for Connor. Tough break there. As the leader's still plenty of time left to play. 5 laps to go this time by. Molyneux inching to the inside of the 007, but that's all he can do. It's all Bachman then coming off the top shelf down the straightaway, thinking about a slide job, doesn't do it. Keeps it on the bottom. Bachman found some grip through 3 and 4, down low where nobody else is gone. The 007 slides up, takes the lead. Stryker inches back to the bottom. What does the 015 do into 3? Slide job. Sam Bachman cuts back underneath, and it's going to be a duel to the line here. 3 laps to go. Bachman leads the way. Slide job up in front of the Missile here. Can the 015 set his sights? He's got some company, though. Bud Molyneux right on their tails here. Can the 883 try to snooker both of them? We're coming to 2 laps to play. 1 mile left here at the Port Royal Speedway. Bud on the inside trying to make it work, but it's Bachman out front having it his way. Nursing it on the bottom. Doesn't want to open up the can here into 3. Off of 4. He's going to see that white flag wave. We've got 1 to go. Molyneux, Stryker, Bachman all in a line, but it's Bachman slowly pulling away, trying to wheel that car to win heat race number 1. We all know what this means as the 007 sees the checkered flag wave. He's going to start P1 in the A main. Striker Molyneux, LZ going to join him in the A. Morano, Templeton, Wizlowski, Ross, and Wallace to the B. So we'll get ready to take a look at the starting lineup here for heat race number 2. Starting on the... I almost did it again. Starting on the pole in the double nickel. Brian Moore Sr. to the top shelf, the 56 of Randy Shreves. Row 2 to the inside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds to the top shelf, the 518 of 100 grand. Joseph Grandy. Row 3 to the inside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker to the top shelf, the 099 of Billy Roberts. And row 4. Rounding out the field here for your Gears Unlimited. 358 modified heat race number 2 to the inside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio, and to the top shelf, the 67 of Robbie Shaw. See, now the name's Robbie, Connor. Do we have confirmation? Is that... I've always wondered, is that Steven's brother, like the Rob that lives close to you?
Either brother or cousin.
Okay, because I know he has a brother named Rob, but his iRacing account before was Rob Shaw. But now it says Robbie Shaw. He still is from Canada. I mean, those are, you know, I feel like that's too coincidental. Unless you guys have a bunch of Robert Shaws up there in Canada.
I definitely think they're related. I'm, like, certainly positive that they are, but I'm not 1,000% sure.
Because I often wonder what happened to them. I mean, we used to have Steve, the dad, then we had Steven, obviously.
I just think after COVID, a lot of people, once real racing came back, a lot of people just don't have the time for it or kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Ever so true. But about set here, heat race number 2. As we look to that sky, the green flag is high. 8 laps to watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 2 is underway. Dino almost made it 3 wide for the lead right away, but Randy Shreves, he decided to hightail out of there. But there's still a battle for second. Dino sends it in, clips the inside wall. Now we're 4 wide for the final transfer. Here comes Billy Roberts. Started 6th, up to second, Connor. What a move.
He had a great... Yeah. Unfortunately, Dean got into the wall, but he was able to drive down the track 3 wide in between some cars, and he got a great launch off the 4 there.
No, and we both know the sad reality. This racetrack, I mean, I'm always honest. In fact, I was honest at McGrew there Friday. We had a bump, and I mean, I will always tell it how it is. Right now, the racetrack, not where we want it. It is not going to be the raciest here at this moment. So, Connor, you know as well as I do, man, if that guy makes a mistake, these things are momentum-based. You've got to send it in there. You got to risk it, and that's the move. I mean, that could be the move he looks back to here if he's talking to us later, you know, and on the podium. I mean, second heat race number 2, that's a big deal.
No, that definitely is. I mean, he didn't break momentum. He was able to drive it straight down and keep up even more momentum, actually. So that was a great pass.
And this shows you how difficult it is to pass right now. I mean, Grandy clearly maybe got a little bit of damage after that early contact, but he's not been able to work around the 513 or the double nickel. He's just kind of staying there in the shadows. Right now, Grandy going to have to join Connor in the B main. Only top 4 make the show. And Brian Moore Sr. is holding on to that 4th and final transfer spot. That could be a big deal here for Grandy.
Yeah, that definitely is. As he's running a different line the past few laps. He's trying to beat down the wall and trying to see if there's some speed up there, but it just either the car's got a bit of damage or it's not as fast as up there. Sorry, but Billy Roberts has caught the leader here.
Yes, he has, and he's sniffing here for the lead as the white flag waves. 1 lap to play, the 99. Trying to build up some steam on the outside. Contact between him and Dino. Dino lets him gather it back up, but that's going to do it. That seals the deal here for heat race number 2. Randy Shreves all alone off of 4. Checkered flag waves, give it to the 56. Roberts, Reynolds, Moore, your top 4. Barker, Grandy, Vecchio, and Shaw to the B main. And well, that's a good question. I know I was talking, and Connor has no idea who I'm referring to, but I'm talking to the Goose there. Chad Cote was wondering, if you're running the sprint car again this year, and I would assume so, based off the man you told me you were talking to earlier.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was on the phone with, I don't know if it was Billy or Double D, Danny Dietrich, as I was just looking for some parts. It's cheaper to buy from the States, just the dollar is... It's still cheaper a little bit to buy from the States, but the dollar is not as cheap as it used to be, unfortunately. But, yeah, that's our plan, is to run Osh Weekend full-time and pick and choose maybe from the tour, but we'll see how that goes.
Because we're going to wish him the best of luck here, too. Man, God dang it. See, now, everybody out here watching, you need to start, you need to write everyone in the chat. We need to say, pay Shaggy more for these, because we'll give half of it to Connor. If we just put a big logo somewhere on that car, I mean, if we could just build it up, make it worth his time. But boy, oh boy, we don't make enough doing this.
I felt bad last year. You had texted me, and in the summer, man, I just get so busy.
Yeah, but then I actually, now that I'm announcing at the track, Connor, I'm finding out what some of these sponsors are paying to be on a little micro sprint. And my God,
gross. It's ridiculous.
I can only imagine. So I would have to say I would have probably been priced out of that, even though I did ask.
I'd put it on there for free.
Oh my God. Well, no way. We can't do that. We can't do that.
$50 US is like 100.
Yeah, we'd have to at least buy you a right rear or something. But everybody got to look at the grid here, and you got to hear me and Connor BS. But we'd at least buy him a right rear for one of those little Shaggy stickers on there.
We can definitely talk about that.
And all right, let's see here. Heat race number 3, final 4 set to go to the show, and Bond forgot that the start of the race is on green. And I would think, I don't know, Connor may have voice chat on. He's probably apologizing. Somebody's probably telling him. Obviously, the race kind of has to go here. I don't know if that's a penalty for next week or if we just let it slide here since we gave up the lead. I personally...
he gave it back in turn 1 and 2. Dean Reynolds was the race director, and he was on the headset just reminding him that the starts are on green here, but he was nice enough, and he definitely lifted in 3 and 4, or 1 and 2 there, and gave the lead up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say there. To me personally, did the deed there. He messed up. He's a newer guy. Mistakes happen. That's not a do or die. But I can tell you, Uncle Ron, either way, if he's out there watching, he's pretty happy with the outcome, because Mike Brewer out front, and nobody's going to be able to pull in that leash, I don't think, here. He's almost got a second lead coming to 5 to go.
It would take a mistake from Brewer here just to close that gap back in.
So you see the 122 complete the pass for second. Good move, able to work around Derek Bond. Is that 24 not going away, but he's going to have some company here soon. Putt-putt. Cuts down to the inside. Clay Christopherson trying to move inside the top 3. Oh, he realized Brian Dickens was upstairs, and he shut that slide job down a little early. You could tell he wanted to drive it in there deep, get it to the outside as quick as he can. Now he's got his sight set on the 122. Brian Dickens goes down. He shuts the door. They touch. They make contact. Brian trying to knife back underneath. Here we go. Do-si-do into turn number 3.
My homie Scott Rayomi is now in a transfer spot as he is battling with Bond.
Yeah, here you see on the back of your screen, working around the high side, move the 4 up inside the top 4. Is still back and forth here for the second position. Brian Dickens looking back down to the inside, and Brian's one of those guys who have realized, hey, there's still some grip coming out of 4. You can make that bottom work, and though Clay tries to cut down, he gets the door slammed shut in his face. Oh boy, now Clay kisses that outside wall, but it's all Brewer here. final time into turn number 3. Checkered flag set the wave as the 390 gets it done. He's your winner of heat race number 3. Dickens, Christopherson, Rayome round out the top 4. York, Bond, Klump, and Walters to the B. I do have to admit, though, I can't. And this is way off topic. It's probably, because I've hit my pen a couple times. But tonight, when I do the starting lineup for the A mains, I can't go front to back. It's too lame. It is just too lame. Like, I don't know.
I will say that is one cool thing that I like you do. It's a lot of nobody does it.
Yeah, it's just
right?
It's just too lame. You want to hear about the leader first, or last, I think, fresh on your mind. That's the way I've always kind of
make it a big deal starting pole.
That's why, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of places, they interview first place first, like NASCAR, World of Outlaws and stuff. They don't want to make the winner wait, but I'm always a save the best for last kind of guy. But
for sure.
To each their own. Rounding out the field right now, the only man in a non-transfer spot, the 210 of Barry Wallace. But as of now, Michael Vecchio hasn't gridded, so we'll see if he grids. If he doesn't grid, we've got our 12. Row 6 to the top shelf, the 207 of Terry Walters, and he did not grid because I see a car moving. So we've got our top 12, as long as they behave with each other. Michael may be able to grid here and get to the back of the field. Yeah. If, Connor were to take himself out, need to go down pit road, then Michael could get him back. But the field you're looking at, if they go out here, they play nice with each other, Connor. I'm not even going to read this off since we've got our 12. Basically,
no matter where I finish, I start last for the feature. Same with Barker, and there's another one.
Oh, because feature ULs.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're a non-driver.
I felt bad starting pole of the heat race because I'm like, man, if I somehow win this, or at least I'm in the top 4. But then I wrecked myself, and then, it's like, what, I feel better about this. It looks a lot better when you don't go from first to last, and then you finish 18th. At least if I just start last and drive somewhat through the field, makes me feel better.
Well, yeah, and it would have looked even better, too, if you just, didn't even mention the fact that you had a penalty, because I would have never looked at that or ratted you out. You could have just finished in the back of the B main.
You would have asked me what, you finished,
No, finished last in the B main. That's what I said, yeah. Finish last.
Okay, no, I see what you mean. Yeah, but I don't want to finish last. I'm too competitive.
I do hate people like you, though, because with my luck, you're going to grid up on the inside, and I would start on the outside, the row behind you.
You'd want the outside here, though, I feel like, unless it's bottom 3 and 4 still, but time will tell here, Shaggy.
Yeah, I need the free spots, I think, as the green flag waves. Your B main's underway. 10 laps here. Can confirm Michael Vecchio did indeed join up. We're watching him roll out of the pits here. It's really slow, so he's almost going to go a lap down as your leader's rolling off a 3. But if the guys behave here, they're in the show. Now, obviously, I can't hide the chuckle because I've seen this before where I say these guys should behave, and they don't. And the car who pulled off pit road, excuse me, gets themselves into the show, and we're going to hope we don't see, I guess it depends what side of the mouth we're talking out of. If we're Michael Vecchio, we need that. But if you're out here 1 through 12 right now, you just need to behave. No slide jobs, nothing crazy. We'll see what happens here as they battle for the lead. Brandon Templeton on the inside. Anthony Morano trying to keep it pinned here. What can he do? Get all that momentum coming off of 2, but right now, Brandon, it's such a shorter way around the racetrack here. I mean, you think about it. Big half-mile dirt track. It's just like Williams Grove. If you can run that inside. Oh, Anthony had the nose underneath. Front 2 make contact. Barker gets on the binders. And, man, Joseph Grandy, he takes the lead in the B main. And whoo, these guys aren't done. Slider back from the 31. If I was Brandon, I probably would have thrown one back too. As I know Anthony had the nose down low on that contact, but no, I can't for sure guarantee whether the 31 runs a mirror or not. And, you know, if you don't see that nose underneath you, you're not going to know. You can't shut the door. You see Ted York, he's in a 77X. That's the 09 on your scoreboard. I dig that paint scheme. I'm imagining it's a retro of an original driver. The laps are starting to tick away here. Connor is 3 laps away from putting himself into the A main. He's up 3 spots. He's not your hard charger. That would be Joseph Grandy, who started 5th, and leads the way here. 2 laps to go as Anthony Morano and Brandon Templeton, they continue the little battle here. Templeton storms out ahead off the 2, holds the gap, and this time by Joseph Grandy. Going to see the white flag wave. 1 lap to go here at the Speed Palace. Grandy rolling the outside off of turn 2. You see, that's where you need to be. Everybody up top. Final time into 3. Through turn number 4. Checkered flag, set the wave, give it to 100 grand. He wins the B main. Templeton, Morano, York, Ross, Klump, Wazlowski, Barker, Bond, Wallace, Walters, and Shaw to the A. Stick around for your Gears Unlimited 358 modified A main coming up next.
Thank you to all of our sponsors.
We are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Is getting ready to take a look at tonight's starting lineup. Connor coming from the B main. Good luck, brother. We wish you the best.
Thank you, sir.
As we go ahead, we mute up. We get ready to do what I like to do here. Turn the lights down. Kick the tunes up because it's time to go play. 30 laps at the Port Royal Speedway in your Gears Unlimited 358 modified A main. Rounding out the field, row 12 to the high side, the 67 of Robbie Shaw to the inside, the 207 of Terry Walters. Row 11 to the top shelf, the 210 of Barry Wallace to the inside, the 24 of Derek Bond. Row 10 to the high side, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker to the inside, the 25 of Brett Wieslowski. Row 9 to the top shelf, the 35 of Harold Klump to the inside, the 035 of Connor Ross. Row 8 to the top shelf, the 09 of the Teddy Bear, Ted York to the inside, the 32 of the Ant-Man, Anthony Morano. Row 7 to the top shelf, the 31 of B-Temp, Brandon Templeton to the inside, the 518. Your B-Main winner, 100 grand, Joseph Grandy. Row 6 to the top shelf, the 4 of my homie, Scott Rayomi to the inside, the double nickel of Brian Moore Sr. Row 5 to the top shelf, the 027 of Ryan Nelsey to the inside, the 051 of Putt Putt, Clay Christopherson. Row 4 to the high side, the 79 of Dino, Dean Reynolds to the inside, the 883 of Bud Molyneux. Row 3 to the high side, the 122 of Brian Dickens to the inside, the 099 of Billy Roberts. Row 2 to the high side, the 015 of the Missile, Mike Stryker to the inside, the 390 of Mike Brewer. But row 1 for your Gears Unlimited 358 modified A main here at the Speed Palace in Port Royal, Pennsylvania. To the high side, the 56 of Randy Shreves. And starting on the pole, the 007 of Sammy B, the Samaconda, Sam Bachman. As the cars roll through 3 and 4 for the final time, we take a look to that Pennsylvania sky. That green flag is high. We've got 30 laps to watch the dirt fly. Your Gears Unlimited 358 modified A main is underway. Teammates battle side by side here in their early stage, but right away it's Sam Bachman ripping and tearing. There's contact between Dino and Stryker. We live to play another day. We're 3 wide behind after the checkup. Here we go. They're making it work. Car in the outside wall. Couldn't tell who that was. I think it was the Teddy Bear, Ted York, who grabbed the outside wall going down the front stretch. And just like that, we're under caution here for the first time at the Speed Palace. And it was a big one here. You can see Ted kind of got in the back of, I think, the 883, scooted up the racetrack there a little bit. See the double nickel kind of move up the racetrack. Ted wanted to give him a little bit more room, but there wasn't any more room to give. Put himself in the outside wall. Oh, Connor heavily involved in that as well. He got into the 207. I think Anthony Morano then involved. Connor left without a right front. Looks like he was able to steer that thing down pit road, though.
It was sketchy.
Oh, I forgot I muted myself before I did that. You kind of scared me. I'm not even kidding. Oh, man. But yeah, okay. All right, good. Good to know you made it down in there.
No, we did. I think I hit Grandy as he was airborne, and I was really hoping it was just going to glitch me through him, but no, I did not glitch. That hurt.
And Connor's obviously referring to sometimes we get lucky. There, more so, I'd say in the sprint cars we get lucky. Or for some reason at Talladega, when a car's flipping in front of you when you're driving 200, sometimes you get a little lucky there too. But sometimes you can make contact with the car, but you know maybe iRacing doesn't register it correctly, and you can get through there a little cleaner than you would in real life. Should get the 1 to green this time, though. Drivers have already doubled up.
Correct.
Now, Bachman, kind enough here to pick the inside. Because as Connor kind of hinted to me, maybe he wanted to be on the outside, but he's got a teammate behind him on the inside of row 2, so we all know how that kind of goes. And if Bachman can get the 390 behind him, he'd much rather go to war with a teammate than the 56 of Randy Shreves, who right now is hunkered down on that outside top shelf. Drivers roll through 3 and 4. They'll pass that imaginary line. The 007 drops the hammer. We are back underway, and Bachman gets that good of a jump that he can get to the top shelf right away. Now he says, Brewer, you're on your own. He pulled him up to P2. They're side by side here going into 3. How deep does Brewer drive it? He sends it in there pretty good. Shreves, still he put the boots on, hikes up the hill. He's to the top shelf. But Brewer's got P2 at the line. Now he slides it up in there. Shreves cuts down to the inside. He moves himself back into P2 with a great move. Oh, contact between the Missile and Billy Roberts. Dino then gets involved a little bit. They keep it, nope, not keeping it straight. Molyneux on the inside. He locks it up. Anthony Morano with nowhere to go. I believe he got caught up in that. We are under caution one more time here at the Speed Palace. We're going to rewind a little, go back a little further here, and we're going to go up top. So you can kind of see now, we're going to be focused there on the 883, but you can see on the bottom of your screen. So it'll start there. Striker sliding up. Roberts was there, not by much, but he was there. And now the rest of the field will kind of, check up from here. So Dino is trying to keep it low, but obviously momentum is going to carry him up a little bit. And he gets into the 015, and he turns down the racetrack. Bud thinks he's got it saved here, maybe, but they make contact again. Hard into the inside wall. That'll break that left front. He starts to slide up the racetrack. He doesn't want to go up there and hit anybody. His car won't turn. Left front's broken, so he locks it up. But Anthony Morano just happened to be behind. And that's a tough break for Anthony. But really, Bud, I mean, what is he supposed to do? You talk about the definition of a rock in a hard place. I mean, there's not really a quote-unquote move he could make other than what he did, which I think was the right move, because you don't want to continue to keep driving that thing if it's got a bunch of damage. Maybe we lock it up earlier, but, as the driver in the car, you don't realize after you clip that inside wall that it's broke right away. You don't know until you drive it off into the corner, and, I mean, as soon as it didn't turn on him, it slid up the hill. He locked it up, so maybe some frustrated drivers behind him, but I think when they get a look at the whole picture, did the right thing there. But Butters did say I should get paid more, and Joe Canellas did too, so maybe we'll get that going. Maybe we'll get that right rear a little sooner than we thought.
I'm in for that. I could use it.
Yep, see? As the green flag waves, we are back underway here at the Port Royal Speedway. Great jump for Bachman again. But man, Brewer, oh, he took a big bite of that apple, almost choked. I thought he was going to be able to go threefer, but that's what Scotty's doing. Now he had to pull the ripcord, didn't want to get involved. Dino in the outside wall. Oh boy, we're beating and banging. Billy in the middle there, 3 wide, the missile underneath. Now they drive away as he slips on the slip and slide there, coming off a 2. Putt trying to weasel his way up top, trying to work around the 99. But it's that battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th that we got to keep our eyes on. I mean, you got 6 guys underneath the blanket. What a show. Oh, Scotty throws it in there. The 122 dives back underneath, and this is a race. I mean, these boys putting it all over the place here. The 122 looking to ride him up the hill. They're rough. They're bang. They touch Scotty up in the outside wall. Caution flag doesn't wave yet. Still no caution flag, but we got a big one here at the Speed Palace. And boy, oh boy. We saw where it started. It doesn't want to credit where it started. SDK here. And this is one where, you know, I mean, these guys, they've raced each other hard before, and, you know, it's what you want to see. And I mean, I'm the person, I always say, my homie, Scott Raomi, but right there, I know you want to pin it and go it on the outside. But you know Brian's probably coming up. That's, you know, you're kind of making it there to the top shelf in the middle of the corner. And, I mean, after the contact, you know, you can see his wheels are still turned, and yeah, you know, he's not going to want to give that up. And it's just, it's a tough place to, you know, make contact and kind of survive that. You see Billy, he gets caught up in it. He goes down to the bottom. Bud Molyneux, he gets swung up in there. Lots of cars tore up, and it's definitely not going to be one that, you know, it would be a fun conversation for me to, per se, have with Scott there. I mean, both drivers, they know what they're doing. I mean, but it is kind of Brian's territory, I'd think, in the, you know, the racing, the law of the land. I mean, Connor probably doesn't want to interject in this, but I think, you know, the guy who owns his sprint car would probably tell him the same thing. Like, yeah, we like to see you make a move like that, but, you know, I mean, we want to see you bring it home. So you really do got to kind of, you got to weigh, man. It's tough. And brother, it is so much easier for me to sit here and preach to the choir up here. I mean, I won't say who it is, but the person, if they're watching, they can throw me under the bus if they want. I got in a war with somebody just last week who I broadcast for and call races for. And, you know, I can be a hothead in the car. So it's 100% easier for me to say be calm as the green flag waves. We are back underway. But it's just one of those things that when you can zoom out and you do get the calm head like I have just watching it, you maybe, you know, can see the weights on the scale a little clearer and realize, hey, if I just wait, maybe I get him back the next lap and I live to tell the tale. But we still have plenty of racing left. Come to 20 to go this time by. Saw Connor. He was one of those guys involved in that first caution. There was nowhere to go. Now he sees, the yellow flag fly once again. Who we got in this one? I believe Harold Klump involved. That's the only notification I'm getting here. Let's take a rewind and see. Oh, definitely. You see, he wanted to drive it in there and possibly maybe go for a slide job because he was definitely turning later, maybe zoned out on kind of where those cars were, because you can both see him make the turn now. The 207's turning. The 67 he tried to. He clipped the outside wall and then had to straighten it up and then send it in late. And you could just see there's contact there. He had to lock it up. Brian Moore Sr., he can't react in time, and Harold Klump goes around. Caution flag waves, and we're set to line them up, try it again here, go right back at it. And yeah, Butters, amen. Well, I mean, if you want to throw it on there, I don't mean to sound ungrateful. You totally can, Jason. I'd love that, but I mean, I do got to be honest. I have only ever paid one guy to put my logo in their car in iRacing, and if I'm being honest with you, I wasn't like too pumped about it. It'll never happen again because I felt like, I don't need to get into it, but I just won't do it again. And if people are nice enough to run it on there, for sure. Or if like you'd ever do a league, cut you a break if some of the guys run it, so it's on the broadcast. But no, for the real life sponsorship, I mean, obviously, I've never met Connor in real life, and I mean, I don't think this is an emotional conversation, but I would consider Connor a friend, somebody who I've met. And
I think so.
And I would like to, I mean, who doesn't want to put racing money back in racing? Nice to go to somebody who I know could use it. It's not like I'm walking down in the pits and asking Kyle Larson if he needs me to buy him a right rear. I think that's a little different. Some people do that, which I think is crazy. As the green flag waves were back underway. But no, I know guys, we were talking about the Dietrichs earlier. Oh, never mind. Side by side, look at Brian Dickens. He maybe got the elbows out there, rubbed the 390 a little bit, just enough to break that momentum. And Brian Dickens on the move here in that 122. May get a chance to battle for the lead. I mean, there is plenty of laps left. But as the caution flag waves yet again, let's see what happened here this time. I'm getting a couple different would-be possibilities here, so I don't really know. It could be Ravi Shaw, Bud Molyneux, and or Brian Moore Sr., or all three of them. But it looks like it's starting. Yeah, okay. So it is going to be all three of them, but it does indeed start with the 67, clips the front stretch wall, and there's nowhere for those other two to go. You could see, who is that, Elzy? He did get a piece of it, but man, that could have been a lot worse for the 027. Did you see Murano? He kind of got it full square. Elzy did a good job of kind of diminishing the damage that he could have seen there. And I personally don't care about these long nights, but I know the admin team does, and it's 7:45 already, so when I'm interviewing these guys, Connor, feel free to tell me to shut up. We got to speed this thing up. We're going to miss the start of the Rebels race. I'm pretty good at that.
You do a good job at I said do funny, but you do a great job at keeping interviews short. You ask great questions, so it's kind of hard. It's hard to keep it short, but I find you ask the perfect amount. So
my favorite thing has been up at McGroovid, man. I told you about how, like, and this isn't. There are no way any of these kids are watching, but hey, some of you know my channel if you are. Not talking crap on any of you at all, but it's just so funny to me. Some of the, like, I would say, 7 through 10-year-olds, you can tell that, like, the past month, Connor, they have been standing in the mirror. I need to thank FK Rod Ends. I need to thank Hyper Chassis. I need to thank Mom and Dad. I need to thank Grandma. And I ask them a question, I'll be like, well, how'd the car handle off of 4? Or whatever, something vague like that. And they don't even answer the question. They just go straight into thanking the sponsors. Oh, some of those little kids, they crack me up so hard, man. So we've got 5 cautions in the books. We are halfway, I believe, or just about to come to it as the green flag waves. 17 laps to go. Almost halfway. Brian Dickens with another good restart, man. He has figured out the starts. Here, Bachman, obviously he should get the jump. He does get the jump. He's the leader, but Brian is right there. He's not letting him get away. I mean, it reminds me of when I went to Hershey Park as a kid, some of the kids that wouldn't behave. Now, this wasn't me. It really wasn't. Some of the kids. Now, some of these drivers here, as the caution flag waves, I think they were some of these kids at Hershey Park where, maybe the parents didn't want them to get away from them, so they'd put that leash around them. And, I mean, it basically looked like your kid was your pet dog. See a little bit of contact there. Barry came off the wall, and the 25, I believe. What number was that?
Wazlowski?
Yeah, it was. It was Wazlowski, yep. And Wazlowski, he clearly thinks he's clear. Car got in the wall, high side. Can't blame the 25 for that. He's thinking he's going to motor on by. But anyways, that's what the 122 is doing to Sam right now. As we keep getting off topic, we'll get back there eventually. He's just got him on that little child leash. Won't let the 007 get away, but problem is Sam's still got enough energy left from all that candy pack. He's just kicking and screaming, won't let the 122 one by, won't let the 122 one by. This is where I dive into Connor. Now, obviously, you've been in a go where you gotta go kind of place, but is there one line right now, gun to your head, faster than the others? Do you want to be up top? Like, can Sam kind of control the race as long as he doesn't make any hiccups?
Yeah, the top is so fast. It's just, you get such good momentum. That last, we had a lap or two green flag there. The first lap, I was able to roll the bottom and not get by Grandy, he'd get me on the straightaway, but as soon as that first lap was done, he started to get the top side buzz in there. So I think, if anything, the bottom of 3 and 4 still has some grip if you can hit it properly, but the top is just so much momentum.
Well, I'll have to see. Man, Jesus. You've got nobody easy to pass in front of you looking at that list. This top 10 right now, Connor sitting in 9th. I mean, unbelievable as you look at that leaderboard. Bachman, Dickens, Brewer, Shreves, Templeton, Reynolds, Christopherson, Grandy, Ross, Stryker. I mean, that could be a podium. Any one of those three guys is the green flag. Set the wave. We've had 6 caution flags. We're going to try it again, dust them off, drop the hammer. We're back underway. Connor probably thought I died, but we went in the NASCAR cams there, turned it up for a lap. We are back. You see that 31 in the outside wall. Connor Ross trying to pick the meat off the bone here. He sends it in. He's got Grandy to his top shelf. Got a little slot in there. He slides it in. Beat him. Kept the throttle pin. Tried to fill the gap. And, well, that's another one that, Connor may feel a little guilty for, but it's almost one of those where it's what you see with racing. I mean, it is slide jobs. And right now, he's got you by the car length. He's floating up the racetrack. You can see it tighten up there on him, too. I mean, not much more you can do. And Brandon tries to keep going up around so much so that he hits him in the left rear, bounces off the wall. And then we got a junkyard here on the front stretch. Caution flag waves here for the 7th time at the Speed Palace.
Yeah, I definitely didn't realize somebody was going to be out there. I knew Grandy was going to be there. I thought I had Templeton clear, so I'm sorry to Templeton about that. Definitely not my intention to just wreck someone.
Oh, Butters, you were talking about your in real life car. Yeah, dude, I wish I had money to sponsor a bunch of cars. Yeah, that'd be great. We won to green yet?
2.
All right, I'm going to be honest with everyone here because, obviously in the booth, I bought a nice Carhartt insulated book bag with a cooler pocket so I can keep my drinks down there, but I didn't load that sucker up for at home. I didn't think I'd need it. I didn't know we'd be in for almost an hour, 3:58. So while I'm talking to you guys, I am indeed walking over to the refrigerator and grabbing an ice cold Mountain Dew here.
Oh, great choice.
It's the only choice.
Orange
It's
Crush.
the only choice. No, dude, I'm a caffeine head. That doesn't have caffeine in it.
Good point. Mountain Dew is
Like, don't
unreal.
get me
I
wrong.
love
If I'm going to drink an uncaffeinated soda like some idiot, it's going to be Dr. Pepper. All right, I
Yeah,
love
good
Dr.
point.
Pepper.
Great point.
But it's just no caffeine. And root beer. But most root
beer
beer is
also good.
caffeine free. I don't know why. As the lights are off, Dittmer wrote Pepsi on top. Well, yeah, I got Pepsi in the fridge too, okay? I'm not going to argue with you there, but Mountain Dew is a Pepsi product. It's the green flag. Set the wave. We're back underway. The 007 hits the loud pedal. Here we go. Scott Wazlowski is your leader for some reason. Don't believe everything that you read, you know? There we go. It rotates back out. Dino, he's shopping for fourth, trying to look under the 56 of Randy Shreves. What can Dean Reynolds do? Grandy in the outside wall through 1 and 2. That allows Connor to inch closer to him. As you see, zoomed out, get to see all this racing here at the Speed Palace. It's cooled down a little bit out front, but you see Christofferson now, he moves himself into the final top 5 position here. The 51 up to 5th. He works around the outside of the 79. He's just continued to try to make it work here, trying to make the 56 swept, but that allowed Putt-Putt to work him. Now he sends it in deep. Slide job on the 56. Putt-Putt up into 4th, but here comes Shreves back down on the bottom. Gun cock, ready to rock. Oh, clip the inside wall. The 56 tightens up, slides up, move Putt-Putt on by. This is Dino's chance. Now can the 79 move himself back up into the top 5? Not just yet. Randy rolling it. Randy Shreves down to the inside. You see Mike Brewer inching a little closer here in the battle for P2. The 390 working the inside here. Oh, you see Dickens cut down the racetrack. They almost meet in the middle. Boy, oh boy. Grandy rolling it high and wide, trying to build up as much steam as he can. We got the 35. Inching up closer to the 518, but right now, top 10. Virtually single file. As Clay hums the outside, he's trying to reel in his teammate in the 390, but he's running out of time. Only 5 laps to go, 2.5 miles to play. It's all Sammy out front, though. There was a time where I thought Sammy was maybe going to get overtaken by that 122. Dickens looked to be the quickest car on the racetrack, but Bachman has really set the tone out front, and here comes Clay Christofferson up into 3rd. Putt-Putt. He's got 1.5 miles left to go to work here in Pennsylvania. Can he move that thing up to 2nd? The lead is out of the question unless he gets the help of a caution flag. Stryker working it to the inside of the 56. He slips up momentum, though. That allows Grandy to reel him in all over the tail tank. Ross to the bottom. Grandy upstairs. Joseph looking to make the move. Mike can't slide it up. There's the 56 there. He's got too much company. There's Clay Christofferson looking to make the move, but it's all Bachman out front. 1 lap to go here in Port Royal, Pennsylvania. The 007. One heat race number 1. Never look back. Has led the entire 30-lap show. Man, to have a cigarette or a coffee there in between under a caution flag, but Bachman holds on, gets it done here at Port Royal. Dickens P2 and Putt rounds out the podium. Brewer and Reynolds, your top 5. Hard charger looks to go to Jeff Barker, up 10 spots here. But let's take a look.
Hurry up these interviews, Zach.
Oh, yeah, good call. Good call. Let's slow this down here. Let's take a look at the final results. And I just realized something that I never did that I am going to do really quick. There we go. Never mind, I did do it. Thought I didn't do it. But there's your top 10. We read your top 5. Randy Shreves, P6. Grandy, Stryker, Ross, and Barker. Your top 10, 11 through 20. The Ant-Man, Molyneux, Klump, Elsie, Moore, Senior, Walter, Shaw, Wazlowski, York, and Templeton. Your top 20 in the back 4. Rayome, Wallace, Bond, and Roberts. Rounds out the field. But at least you guys gave me a long green flag run here for these interviews, so I don't have to hop back and forth. I was getting worried, but we got the full one there at the end. Try to get a word here with the driver of the 051. And, well, Connor, the time that I say, we need to hurry this up, we only got one guy sitting in there waiting, so it's not my fault today. But I do finally have time to crack this sucker open, boy. Crack that puppy. Oh, now I can't even drink it because Clay decides to show up. Let's talk to the driver here of the 051 who, well, he just dug himself in the hole with, I think maybe transmission went out or something when he went out to qualify. Couldn't get it out there, and then just able to get the shovel, man, but you almost dulled the blade here, but you're able to get up to P3, man. Just ran out of time there to work on the 122, but good run. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, the car felt really good, but man, I just did not have luck. I kept getting turned right when I thought they'd leave a lane and tapped, and it was pretty rough up there. So I got pinballed quite a bit. The car was crabbing a little bit, but it still had good drive, and towards the end, I think felt like a rocket ship. Just needed more time. The constant yellows killed the car.
No, and I'm not gonna here declare you a saint by any means, because I obviously didn't watch your drive up towards the front, but it seemed like almost everybody kind of driving the way you were just talking there. I mean, did it feel like that? No matter whether you were battling, for 7th or 3rd, not a lot of give and take here tonight. It seemed like a lot of take.
Yeah, there was a lot of guys from the middle literally seeing their wheels turn right and go right to the wall when somebody had a run coming up. I know it's the lane that everyone prefers, but you can drag race them to the next corner and try to get it that way too. But that's just my 2 cents. No, the racing towards the end though, when everyone kind of split up, it was pretty fun being able to get side by side with all them guys up there that were running fast lines and trying to find a different line that was just as fast.
Yeah, it seemed like, kind of like you just mentioned. I mean, when the field kind of singled out there and you guys got that long green flag run, you could, take advantage of how big the racetrack is and the kind of speed you could build. You go to the bottom, throw it in there deep. And as you mentioned, you could play nice, leave the guy a lane, as we see Randy did for you there on his mistake. I mean, some guys, when you were given give and take, I mean, it was a hell of a show, and it was a great run. Good closeout. Congratulations on the P3, man. Who you want to thank?
All you guys for putting this on, all the guys at FTM and Swan Speed Shop for 358 and big block setups.
Well, hey, heck of a run, man. Congratulations. Hopefully we're talking to you again later.
Thank you, sir.
But I just realized there's sprint cars. He let himself out. We're not going to talk to him later. He's done racing. Let's go ahead, pull up the man who brought home P2, driver of the 122, Brian Dickens. Brian, there was a time there, brother, where I mean, I guess you can't blame me. Now I just realized the problem. I basically pegged you to win this thing. I mean, it was a missile, brother. You were cutting, knifing your way through the field, but unless I'm going to be honest, when you got to second, obviously we're kind of watching the battles there for fourth, fifth. They were battling pretty hard, and I may have missed something. Did you clip the wall or something? Maybe break this thing? Because it seemed like you just lost a little bit of speed there that final run.
Yeah, the track went away right in the spot that I was making up so much speed, center off. So that's what it was. And I was searching around a little bit, trying to make up a little bit more speed from what I was losing. And I didn't want to get up there in their wall because I probably would have flipped over it. So so I just made best I could for the last 10 laps.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously it had to be a surprise, but maybe a good surprise. We had a lot of cautions there in the early half, and I was wondering if we were going to get that long green flag run. Were you worried there that we weren't going to get one, and, it was basically going to be, you're not in the prime spot, let's be honest. You got teammates surrounding you. They can kind of play a game with you on a restart. So how bad did you need this thing to stay green?
I needed to stay green bad. Every time it was coming out there in the early going, I was like, oh my God. Because we get gapped out a little bit, and then a caution would come out. So yeah.
Well, hey, man, obviously it's not fun to talk about, but, not that my opinion means anything, but the incident with you and Scott, I mean, I know you guys race each other hard, but, man, at some point it looked like you had the corner. And what did it feel like from the car in there? Did you even know he was up there from the center off? Because, I mean, you had him cleared on corner entry, and it's just one of those things that he kind of appears out there late. What did it feel like to you in the car?
Yeah, I didn't know he was there. All I felt was the rear, and then I couldn't turn, and I couldn't do anything basically. So I mean, nothing on purpose. Just to. I'll have to go back and watch it because I don't even know how bad it was.
Well, I mean, honestly, the way you kind of talked about it, it's exactly what I saw. There's that first contact, then it kind of tightens you up after. And I mean, from that point, nothing you can really do other than lock the brakes and spin yourself out, which clearly not going to do that. I mean, you guys are just hard racing there for the podium. And it was a good show, man. Congratulations on the P2. Who you want to thank?
I want to thank Hammer Down Racing. My guys, Brandon, Kurt, Joe, Mike Weeda. Thank Mike for this paint job. I want to thank you for doing the broadcast. Everybody at C2C, all the people behind the scenes at C2C, because I know what it takes to run a league of this caliber, and I really appreciate everything that they do. Let's see. Sponsor for the race was Billy, I believe.
Yep, Gears Unlimited. Yes, sir.
Okay, I want to thank him for sure. And Dirt Track Bank. So
well, hey,
that's about it.
Well, congratulations, man. This one, it wasn't a fun one. I had to sit through a bunch of cautions, but well-earned P2, man. Congratulations on the good run.
Hey, thanks, man.
Brian Dickens bringing home P2, and now we get to talk to the man of the hour here, the 007 of Sam Bachman. Sam, man, there was a time there where I thought you were going to give that thing away. He was reeling you in, and boy, oh boy, that final run, I don't know what you found, but brother, you pulled away. You were by far the quickest car on the racetrack, man. Talk to us about it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was a little worried because I know with all these cautions, just kind of pulls me out of my groove. It always takes a couple laps for me to get back into it, so that long stretch towards the end kind of helped me a little bit so I could finally get back into it or whatever. But yeah, I was a little worried for a little bit, but then it seemed like the cautions kind of kept kind of took that lane away or whatever, because you're just pacing over it, kind of packing it in, not really ripping it up. So then it ended up just being the top the whole time, I feel like.
Well, you know the name of the game. You got to go down there, help a teammate out on restarts. That's what you did. But on that final double file restart, man, he got a good jump on you. He meaning Mike Brewer. Were you worried? Hey, man, maybe I helped him a little too much. I mean, he pulled down to the inside. He got a big run. I thought he was going to steal the lead from both of you guys.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you're always a little worried for when stuff like that happens, but I mean, just try to stay focused, hit my lines right, and try to keep it up front, I guess.
Well, hey, man, that's exactly what you did. Started up there, finished there. Congratulations on a good run, man. Who you want to thank?
All the boys over at FTM, Gunnar at Swan Speed Shop. He's really been working hard on the dig for us. Dean over at Super Dirt Car Series, Expert Installation, Shaggy TV, Vertex Graphics, and obviously GG Drywall Services, and Gears Unlimited and Coast Coast. Sorry, I was having a brain fart.
No, you're fine, Sammy. Heck of a job, man. Good luck here if you decide to come out and play with the Wings, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Sam Bachman bringing home the win. We step away. We got to hurry up. Stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to all of our sponsors.
as we are back live, but you see there, I had a setup screen up. So that is the setup screen cover. There we go. That is gone. That doesn't pop up on my end, just your end. So I looked over at the screen and was very scared and confused. It is all good. We've got 11 cars set to make the call, it looks like, here for your Rebel Sprint Car division here for Monday Night Madness. Let's see. We only have the one room. No, we do have two rooms. One guy in a room by themselves. But there you see checkered flag waves. And we get set to go qualifying. No, yeah, 11 cars, so we will have two. It'll be a 6 and a 5, 2 heat races. But I wouldn't think, obviously, Connor knows, some people play the game here for inverts, but with it being Port Royal, I don't think too many people play the game with an 11-car field. That's not... The invert not going to do or die you here. It's pretty easy to earn... Say that tongue-in-cheek, but it's easier to pass here.
Especially when it's this fast.
Exactly. This place can kind of help you. If somebody makes a mistake, it's definitely magnified. It's first lap in the books. Isaac Bowman going to set the bar. That bar is a 15.937, quickly overtaken by Jeremy Christensen, who runs a 15.867. There you see a 15.876 P2 by Brian Moore Sr., so virtually identical times. Christensen comes around second time, doesn't improve. Connor Ross, lap number 1. He's P3. Slower through sector 1, slower through sector 2, so he's going to stay P3. Steve Bixer comes across 7 out of 7. The Goose, Chad Cote, looking to flap his wings. He's got a purple sector 1, purple sector 2. That's quick time for the Goose. How quick is it? A 15.701 for the popsicle sticks. There's Joseph Groom. He's got his 110 machine on the rails. Green, purple. What's it going to be? For the 110, Joseph Groom, P2. Gotta find 400ths of a second. Can he do it? He's quicker through sector 1. Throwing the short slider there through 3 and 4. Is it going to be green? No. Lap time not even going to count. Doesn't make it. Runs out of time. Going to have to stick with lap number 1. Here's we get ready to take a look at the starting lineup for heat race number 1. A set of teammates on the front row, the 181 and the 035. Of course, Jeff Kemper on the pole. To the top shelf, Connor Ross. Row 2 to the inside, the 016 of Jeremy Christensen. To the top shelf, the popsicle sticks of your quick time, the Goose, Chad Cote. And row 3, rounding out the field here for heat race number 1, to the inside, the 01 of Derek Bond. To the top shelf, the 67 of Robbie Shaw.
You know who we're missing tonight?
No, who are we missing?
Points leader. Dano.
Oh, Dan McLaren. I was going to say, I can't believe you do that to me. Do you really think I know? I'm an honest person.
Yeah, I realize.
Do you really
that.
think I know who the Rebels Sprint Car Elite point leader is? I don't even know who the Renegades one is. Now, I would assume it's Chad Griggs or Patrick Spangler after the years that they've had. But
Did Chad run the first week?
I don't know, but he would have only missed one, and I'm kind of using a drop week. Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
But either way, one more trip around here before we get set to go. I click back over on the C2C YouTube side. Of course, Hollow saying hi as always. Me being rude, not answering until way late right now. Hoping you're having a good night out there. Oh, and Brandon Dimmer said Squirt is the best uncaffeinated drink. Isn't that like the generic Sprite or something, or like Mellow Yellow or something? I don't even know. That's crazy. I've never even drank Squirt. That's a wild thing to say. As the cars roll through 3 and 4 for the final time, Jeff Kemper and Connor Ross set to lead the field to the green flag. 8 laps here for heat race number 1. As the green flag waves, we're underway. Kemper with a great jump. Played Mr. Nice Guy, though. Left the lane there for his teammate in the 035. Connor Ross takes advantage and takes the lead early. Lap number 1 in the books. Cote, Kemper, side by side. The Goose flapping the wings upstairs. He moves back up into P2. See Chad, he was your quick time for a reason. And obviously the pace is still there. The Goose trying to crack the whip. See if he can't tame that 035, but Connor Ross pulls away ever so slightly that lap off of 2, and this time by off of 4. Coming to 3 laps to go. Right on board here with Connor, you can see just how close all those drivers get to the outside wall. I mean, Connor throwing sparks, Chad throwing some sparks as well as the cross flags wave. 4 to play. Kemper trying to reel in that 11. Can he get to him? Gotta make it work. He's reeled him in ever so slightly. But Chad may need to make a mistake here if that 181 wants to complete the deal. And that is just not in the 11 vocabulary here. The Goose has been on rails all heat race. 2 laps to go. Oh, Connor gets up in the wall pretty hard. He's able to keep it straight. Not sure if the right front's going to be mad at him. Sure, it's not at 100%, but we're coming to a half mile to play here at the Speed Palace. Can the Goose get him? Cote reeling him in, chomping at the bit. Does he send it to the inside? What does Connor do? He ropes it around the top shelf. The Goose throws it on the bottom. Final time off of 4. Checkered flag waves. Give it to Connor Ross. Cote, Christensen, Kemper, your top 4. Shaw and Bond round out the field. As Connor Ross will get the start on the pole for tonight's A main. Let's see who's going to start beside him on the front row. It will be the winner of heat race number 2. And that heat looks a little something like this on the pole. The 789 of Cale Bixler to the outside, the 9 of Isaac Bowman. Row 2 to the inside, the double nickel of Brian Moore Sr. to the top shelf, the 110 of Joseph Groom. And rounding out the field, the 75 of the mare, Steve Bixler. Should have mentioned, too, I don't know how much longer. I keep threatening this, but, I mean, it will eventually be true. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing this broadcast right here because we still are looking for sponsorship. So if we don't get it soon, I would assume, that's going to cut into Connor's right rear. And, well, it's just going to cut this broadcast off totally. So maybe somebody out there will feel kind enough to take care of it. Or if not, maybe Dino will get suckered into it. I truthfully don't know, but we need to stop suckering Dino into that here. He puts a lot of money and time into it already, so. Get set to go racing this time by. Anybody got your eye on Connor here?
I think Groom's going to be fast, but this is a sneaky fast. You got Moore Sr. there. Who's second? Bowman's really fast, and Cale Bixler has been sneakily fast as well, so it's just a thin lineup in 1 and 2 before you're in the rough stuff and in the wall. It's easy to get dragged in. Same with 3 and 4. You're going so fast, it's so easy to get dragged up into that wall.
Yeah, and especially well, Kale, as you mentioned, man, if he gets out front and the track is still kind of tacky, he is a guy to watch. So let's see what he does as the green flag waves. Heat race number 2 is underway. Bowman. He's got the horses galloping on the outside, but him and Bixler make contact, and the man who really loses out is the 110. Something broke on that car. He's stuck in the outside wall. But Isaac Bowman not going away, trying to take the lead here this time off of 2, and he does.
Yeah, Groom's front end was askew there. Took some heavy damage.
And that, like I say, not a doomer here. I mean, not a lot of cars. Groom will be able to race his way up into the top 5 if he keeps his head down and sticks with it. But definitely not going to win the heat race or finish well in the heat race. Going to have to try to work it out in the main. But 5 laps to go. Bowman continues to lead the show, and you got to wonder how aggressive Cale Bixler will get here after they've already made a little bit of contact. I'm not blaming either of the drivers, but what I mean by that, Connor, they're both lucky to kind of skate away and hold on to 1 and 2, so I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they just kind of hold fast where they are.
No, 1,000%, especially with only a few laps left. You notice Isaac Bowman has changed his line in 3 and 4 there, well, turn 4 especially, on exit. The last few laps, he was catching that outside guardrail before it turns into concrete where that opening is. He's kind of cutting it down, so as soon as it ends, he cuts up to the wall.
Yeah, and kind of shortening off the exit. I mean, if there's tack there and you can keep it straight, you know that's what it's all about. Keep those wheels straight, power down, and Bowman has definitely found something. He has pulled away from the drivers in 2nd and 3rd here as the white flag waves. We've got 1 lap to go. Isaac Bowman off at 2, just trying to take it easy. 3.6. Oh, we must have had some contact there between Brian Moore and Cale Bixler, because Steve Bixler now is in P2. As the checkered flag waves for your race leader, Isaac Bowman, Steve Bixler jumps the crowd here. He moves up to P2. It's looking like Cale going to come home 3rd. Brian Moore Sr. and Joseph Groom stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to all of our sponsors.